Hi everyone. Today we're gonna have a little bit fun talking about something that we've been working a lot with, mostly in the background, but yeah, we're gonna talk about the upcoming Cardano Summit community-led event that we're gonna be hosting in Oslo in November. So let's get right into that, shall we? All right. So the Cardano Summit, Einstein. That's gonna be fun, huh?
It's every year I have a birthday in November and I have a summit in Oslo, and it's the most amazing thing ever. I love it.
It is. It is super fun, and I just wanted to start by talking a little bit about the Cardano Summit, what it actually is. I know that you've been a part of the summit, either as an attendee or as a speaker. If I'm not mistaken, from the first one. Is that
That
correct?
is correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, why don't you just tell a little bit about what you did at the very first one, because that was before the community-led summits was even a thing. That was when it was just one event. So why don't we just start there and move on in chronological order a little bit?
Absolutely. So in the first summit, it was don't remember if it was 19 or 20, but it was a virtual world as well as a physical event. And I believe, if I remember correct, it was Tim Harrison or IOG that wanted to have speakers from the community, and they invited, for example, SBOs like me. And of course, I have been passionate about governance for a long time. So I made like a video speech about collaborative mechanisms in the Cardano ecosystem.
Yep.
Uh, it was looked at, for example, the treasury and the treasury papers. I looked at the time we had little research on governance and social events. I looked at some of the charity work we had done at that time, because at that time we had not yet good platforms, but we did, like, for example, the submission of work to do genes and map them, like
Mhm.
folding at home, it was called.
Yep.
And we had a Cardano community for that, and we had a Kiva lending. I am actually still one of the main operators for that. And now we have on our like brothers and sister chain, I would like to call it Ergo. They have something similar to Kiva Land that you can do, and it's fully on chain and transparent. And yeah, I talked about like the start of governance and how we collaborate together, and I hoped for more of that. And wow, since that speech, like, we came such a long way. But
Yep.
it was only like a digital, and I never did like the physical events until we had some local here. And that's where you, Thomas, have done such an amazing job. Like, I feel like I'm helping you in some of these things, but wow, I don't know if the people know like how much work you do every year for doing this. Like, it's so much things to organize, and like to have all the merch and to produce it, plan it, where the venue is, like all these like tiny details, like they add up. And I don't remember how many hours we spent on this, like, for last year's event, but it was crazy. And
Yeah,
uh
I'm not gonna go into detail on saying exactly how many hours, but I have told the Cardano Foundation that they should be happy they're not charging me by the hour. But
So,
it, there is a lot of work. I mean, we are a small team, and I do, uh, since I'm the only one that at least on paper I am the host. I like to say that it's the Nordic Cardano community and Crypto Labs that are hosting, um, because that's the team that I bring in. But on paper, it's me, and being me, that is the host. I'm the contact for the Cardano Foundation. I'm the one that does all the finalizing works. I'm the one that has to do this. I'm the one that has to do that. So it is a lot of work, but it's also a lot of fun. So I'm happy to do it. But yeah, so after the first one, I do believe that was in 19, and then there was 1 year that was, in 20 where there was nothing due to lockdowns.
Right. Yeah, I was a bit unsure it was 19 or 20, but something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then in 21, we got the chance to host a community-led event. And this story has been told many times, but I love telling it. It's all started when Kinetic from Crypto Labs was in Dubai at a conference there, and he heard some talks about community-led Cardano Summit. Me and him got to talking, and we joked about saying, "Hey, maybe we should apply to host." I mean, being a small YouTube channel, small community, it's we never actually thought that it would be possible, but I just thought, hey, why not? I apply, and then 2 weeks ahead of the event, because of the COVID going back up that summer and things seeming pretty much unsure. There was a lot of people that were supposed to host that weren't able to because of lockdowns, blah blah blah. Long story short, I ended up um, being chosen to host with the 2 weeks notice during lockdown. I was not sure how that was gonna go. I mean, I've never hosted anything like that before. I had no experience whatsoever, and I had 2 weeks to prepare everything. So that was fun. But it came out great. The timing couldn't be better. The event started at 3 o'clock, and at 3 o'clock that same day, lockdown in Norway ended. So
Good timing.
I can say that on paper, the Cardano Summit is the first public event after lockdown in Norway,
Yeah.
out of
Cool.
all events.
Yeah. So amazing. Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
jump to last year. It was
Before we leave that, like it
yeah,
was such a cool. Was it not that year Ayagon did their speech? If I remember.
yes,
Yeah,
that's
that really
true.
made an impression on me. So
Yeah.
dream was there.
Um, we had Igon, we had Centurify, we had, oh, I gotta think.
I was there with in video in I think that
Yeah, you
April.
had a video presentation because again, due to lockdowns,
We did not know yet it will be open on
yeah,
that day.
so it was hard to travel even within Norway. Especially with the distances that you and Oslo have.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
um,
and yeah, so jump to this year, no, to last year. We had another event in the same venue, and that time you were actually able to go. That was super fun. We also held a pre-summit event that was really cool. There was was Cardano Girls Night,
Wow.
hosted by my colleague B,
I
and
got to learn crypto, so it was awesome.
yeah, that was it was super fun. It's really fun to do something new, something different, and yeah,
Yeah,
that was really fun.
let's brag a bit about Bea and her work too. Like she's doing that for Crypto Girls, and to
Yeah,
have and she's as far as I remember, she's a big fan of Cardano as well. She
she
did she
is.
have Ada Lovelace poster if I remember correctly? Uh,
She does have a poster of Ada Lovelace.
yeah,
I believe in her. I believe she has it in her house somewhere.
that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. So yeah, and then we can talk a little bit about what what will happen this year. I mean, that's why we're making this video. And see, I'm just gonna share my screen here first. So this year, the community-led events at the Cardano Summit is part of a bigger thing. So the Cardano Summit is actually being the main stage is in Dubai. So for those that are able to go to Dubai, I do believe that's going to be super fun. There's going to be a conference, two day conference. There's going to be special events such as a desert dining experience and gala awards. I do believe that is the gala awards will be held at a just outside of Burj Khalifa. So you'll have what is it, 800 meters of building right next to you.
Nice.
There's also going to be a lot of other fun things around the summit that is not part of the conference, but it's part of the entire event. So so check that out. We're going to talk a little bit more about the community-led events, which we are a part of. If the site will work, come
So
on.
many events it has to load, you know.
Yeah, the site did not want to work with me today. Oh well, I'll just hide it then. So, oh, there it is. There you go. So, the community-led events will be, I do believe it's 23, and I'm not sure if the list is fully updated yet. But there are events all over the world. You have Africa, Asia, Europe, North America, and South America. And I'm not going to go into every one of them, but as you can see, there are a lot of places all over the world.
I have goosebumps. Like just imagine now how global phenomenon Cardano is, and like some are saying it's a cult Cardano, but I think it's everything but a cult. It's like so diverse opinions and
Yeah,
such a diverse community with different styles and different cultures, and yeah, it's just
yeah.
lovely. I love it.
I mean, we're not a cult. We proved that wrong in Edinburgh when we held a party in the church.
Yeah. uh,
Or we strengthened that. I don't know. Anyway, I clicked on Europe just to show where you can find the Oslo event. As you can see, it is sold out, but you're still able to both attend virtually if you want to do that. It's gonna be streamed live on YouTube, and the links will be shared, of course. Just click subscribe here and click the bell, and that will guarantee that you'll get the notification at least. If you want to join the waiting list, you can do that as well. And just click join the waiting list. I'll link this site's
It
I'll link
could
this
be
slide.
worthwhile to do that because sometimes you have people who have illness or in last minute have to do changes. So you never
Yeah,
know. Yeah.
yeah.
So
There are plenty
definitely.
of reasons why some people has to skip out. So if you want to be on a waiting list, I'm not sure how long the waiting list is. I know there is a waiting list, but there are chances to get a spot, even though I can't guarantee it. And if you're
So
not
there are
in,
ways you
yeah,
can watch the event.
yeah, and if you are in other places in Europe or other parts of the world, just click on your region and find something you like. Every event will be held the week ahead of the main event, at the same week, or the week after. So in that 3 week period, all of these events will be held all over the world. And also, we're actually hosting the week after the main event, so we do not, so we give our attendees at least the opportunity to both attend Dubai and Oslo if they want to. So, what is going to happen in Oslo on November 11th? First of all, we're gonna be hosting it in a place called the Cube. They have two escape rooms actually, but they also have an event area where with meeting rooms. So that's where we're gonna be.
And it's not like in the movie The Cube. So there will be no slicing of anyone. So don't worry.
Well, I can't guarantee anything, but yeah, most likely not. So the summit in Oslo will be in two parts, all held on the same day. It's going to be the first part is going to be about governance, and the second part is going to be about innovation and building on Cardano. And we have some speakers for both parts. The first part on governance will start with a keynote speech from Frederick Regard, the CEO of Cardano Foundation. See, I'm just going to pop the. There we. That's the wrong screen. This screen. There we go. So we're going to have Frederick Regard is going to do a keynote speech, followed by a governance panel, which you will be hosting, Einstein.
Yeah, it's and I have a really cool group with me. Andrea, I'm sure he will talk about DIDs and verifiable credentials with IMX. He's part of
Yeah,
representing. And Trim is such an amazing consultant in the Cardano ecosystem, been part of many projects, and he has such a deep technical knowledge. So when we talk about governance, like something we really tend to forget is like how do we actually implement the governance technically? I'm sure he can have some really cool thoughts as well. And
yep,
Bjarne is an amazing SPO. The growth of it has been so cool, and it's made like open source, lots of things. He has like a Discord pod for rewards, and he has a deep understanding also like of the SPO role, and he was attending also our workshop on governance, and
yep,
yeah, had some really cool insights there. So I'm
absolutely.
really happy about the panel. And as a moderator, I think I will also try not to influence too much, but I, of course, am passionate about this, so I will probably not be able to stop myself and do some as well. But yeah,
I will
I am
be
really
I
looking
will be
forward.
surprised if you don't if you don't engage in the conversation.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have after the governance panel, we're gonna have a food break, and then we're gonna move on to the next part, which is innovation. And then we're gonna have a presentation by Dr. Najit. That was never able to pronounce your name correctly, Najit. Sorry. He's the CEO of Iagon, and also Daniel Johnson, who is the founder and CEO of Fraction Estate. They're going to be talking about building on Cardano, sharing their experiences starting up a project on Cardano.
I really
And
love that we have like a very high level like Iagon that's building massive these storage solutions now and having their perspective, but we also give room for like Daniel, like he's a friend of mine and he's been at the very start of this, and we have seen the journey from each summit where he keeps talking about this and his progress. And also, yeah, like talking about like single man companies, and I think there are a few now on their team working on this. Like, it's so cool to have that perspective as well. So I'm really happy about that panel as well.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's going to be really fun. And hopefully it's going to be inspirational for others to who wants to
Absolutely.
build something on Cardano, to hear how other people experience that startup process.
And in the Nordic, we're like punching way above our weight class in number of people. Like we have so many cool projects on Cardano already. So you
We
have a
do.
lot of giants to stand on the shoulders of if you want to. Yeah.
Absolutely. And then we're gonna do something to end off the event, which is going to be new for us. Well, almost new for us.
Yeah, that's right.
It's definitely going to be new for the summit, and it's going to be super fun to see how this turns out. It has the potential of being really, really good if it works out as we hope. What we're gonna do? We're gonna do what I've been calling a hyperspeed workshop. So basically, we're gonna split the attendees up into groups, and each group will have 30 minutes to come up with an idea for a product, service, tool, whatever. It's an open challenge, so they can come up with whatever idea they want, as long as that idea benefits the Cardano ecosystem. And they're going to have 30 minutes to build an idea together and present that idea. And I'm not going to say too much, but there might be a prize at stake here.
And this is like was this modeled a bit on something we have experienced before in Edinburgh, was it not?
Yep.
And yeah, on paper it sounds like a bit challenging in 30 minutes to do all of this, but actually it does work. Like if you put a group together, and this is Cardano community, they have so many cool ideas, and it's surprising how much cool stuff you get in 30 minutes. So I'm also excited about trying this out, and that's also what I love about our Oslo event. Is like every year we do try something and try to push ourselves forward, and this is our try this year, so it's very cool.
Yeah, it's really fun, or at least in Edinburgh, it was really fun to do
Mm.
this challenge. If I'm not mistaken, we had lot less time than 30 minutes. I think we had about 10 or 15.
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
So
We actually had less than 30 minutes
yeah,
when we did it.
we
Yeah.
have, but the number of ideas that came out and the quality of some of the ideas were actually amazing, and I know that there are a couple of those ideas that came from those that 10-minute group talk that are being worked on as we speak
That's
by those people.
yeah,
It's
that's awesome.
so it can actually result in a an actual product.
yeah, if you go there and you have a passion for something and you have a great idea, it might be noticed and be pushed all the way up. So yeah,
Yeah,
try your best. Yeah.
yeah. So use this information to maybe think about something ahead of time, so you don't come there empty-handed. If you have a great idea, work on it. Create a 1 minute presentation that you can pitch to the group, and maybe that's the idea that's going to be chosen by the group and be worked on, and maybe someone can come up with some kind of improvement, some a different approach that you might not have thought about. I mean, the possibilities are endless, and the outcome is very unpredictable, but it's super fun.
You can be sure we, both me and Thomas, we're representing NADA, the Nordic Alliance, and we will community. I mean, we will definitely be pushing your ideas if we see there's something that has potential to be pushed all the way up. So
Oh yeah, that's
we'll do our best.
something you can guarantee. That is that the ideas that will be presented, they will not go unnoticed,
Mm.
and I do mean that for every suggestion that comes up.
Yeah.
They will not be unnoticed. We'll make sure that the right people see it.
Yeah.
um, and then after the presentations, like I said, there might be a little prize for a winning contribution. And then we're gonna close up at that event, move over just a few minutes walk to a nearby restaurant where we'll have some food.
What kind
I'm
of
not.
food, Thomas? Is it pineapple pizza?
It's not pineapple pizza. That would be too controversial and would probably divide us into a war or something. So nope, not pineapple pizza.
What could possibly the Cardano community agree upon that could be a food we will like?
I do believe that we can all agree that Mexican food is really good. So
Taco time.
we're actually going to Los Tacos, which is a casual restaurant right next to the well, not right next to, but a few minutes walk from the venue. They have a great menu. They have great food. I've eaten there plenty of times, and they also have pictures of margarita. So it's gonna be fun.
Riba.
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
I will say though that even though we have received some funding, we're not able to fund the dinner for everyone. so um, for those that wants to join for dinner afterwards, please do. We're welcoming everyone, but you buy your own food and you pay for it yourself.
But
But the prices
let me
the
mention.
prices are fine,
Yeah.
and the food is delicious. So it's gonna be worth it, and we're probably gonna sit there for a few hours. And as far as experience go, the conversation will be Cardano, and Cardano. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really fun, and there might be some surprises here and there as well. So
Yeah, 'cause Thomas said that it's you have to pay this yourself, but like the value for money to go in this event, like how much merchandise and cool stuff there will be there, it's going to be awesome. Just I don't know if you can reveal something about that or not, Thomas, but let me tell you, he has a lot of in plans for cool stuff. I, I have seen. Hmm.
I will only reveal one thing, and it's not a merch that everyone can get, but it's something that one of you might get. Everyone will get a chance to get it, and I have it here on my shelf. I have this
Heck
lovely
yeah.
lady. Uh, this is a custom 3D printed bust. How well you can. Let's see. I'm going to put myself in full screen.
Yeah, show us the
There
full.
we go. So here she is. It's a full, well, not full size. You can see she's not full size, but it is a bust 3D printed of Ada Lovelace, and it's one of a kind. And I have not yet decided how I'm going to make it a thing, but it's going to be either an auction or a raffle. So you're going to be able to maybe win this bust. And like I said, it is a one of a kind thing. It's not going to be replicated, even though I have the file to do so if I want to. But yeah, it's just that one of a kind. And
So
yeah, there are going to be other merch as well. Some a little bag of fun things. I can say one thing: there is going to be poo. Then
what is poo, Thomas?
that's for everyone to find out.
Okay, it
nah,
might be acronyms.
nah. It's I mean, you can probably explain what poo is better than I can. I said
Could it be proof of onboarding and
it
that
could be.
yeah, yeah, and that we have this amazing meme coin in Cardano ecosystem that's a Husky token, and I believe they collaborate with Vesper Wallet. That's also a pretty cool wallet, and
Yep,
it's like a super easy. Like you scan a QR code and you actually get tokens, and you are onboarded to Cardano ecosystem. So if you are new to Cardano, that's a great way to experience and get some tokens for free.
yep,
And yeah, it's actually pretty like not only cool, but it's like super simple, and it's also some really nice stuff you get in that first wallet list, if I remember correctly.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah. And this will be provided by Husky token and Fraction Estate.
yeah, and I mean, so cool like what Daniel is doing in Fractal State and trying to help on board as well. And one thing we have not mentioned is like we said the two panel, but there will be other parts of the program that's it's not yet announced all of it, right, Thomas? Or I just want to mention that we will have more than those two panels. That's for sure going to be more.
Yeah, I actually wanted to close on that and say that we are going to host a workshop on. Let's see, I'm just gonna get us in full screen again. So we are going to host a workshop on Sunday, the 12th, so the day after. Um, this is not an official part of the summit, but it is a an event uh, targeting the audience from the summit. So what we're going to do is we're going to do an SPO workshop,
Heck yeah.
and I for who can register and how you register. That's going to be revealed a little bit later because we don't have the details yet. We're also going to be revealing where it will be held because that's not been decided yet either. But it will be somewhere nearby. It will be available for signups, even though it's going to be a limited amount of seats. Because of the nature of the workshop, we can't have too many people because then it would be hours and hours of work if we're gonna if we're gonna follow up on everyone. So yeah, but it will be a really fun workshop for everyone, and it's going to be targeting those that are or those that want to be an SBO. Is it?
Absolutely, because we want to have it small so that we can be hands-on and
Yep.
really walk everyone through it. And uh, sure, it's not, you cannot possibly cover all of staking pool operations in one day, but we will try to go from the basics and also discuss security aspects and day-to-day operation aspects. And yeah, and we will
Yeah.
do this on a test net, so we will need to have computers there, and we will try to onboard people live. So you will be running a staking pool, basically,
Yeah.
in the event.
Yeah. So I think that that's also something that's completely new to us. Not doing a workshop, we've done that, but this type of workshop, we've never done that. So it is an experiment.
Yes.
It's going to be fun, that I can guarantee. But other than that, what the
We
exact
might update the
details?
constitution of the Sancho Poncho testnet during. We just
Well,
might.
we'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
Maybe we'll try to go in there and break shit.
Wreck some havoc.
We'll see. We're like I said, we're going to have fun, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be educational, and it's going to be fun, and that's about what I'm willing to promise. All right. So that about wraps up the summit weekend in Oslo, and I hope to see a lot of you there. I know I'm going to see some old faces, and I hope I'm going to see a lot of new faces. And I hope that it will bring some great ideas, some great thoughts, and great discussions coming up. And if you're interested in anything, just reach out to either one of us, and we'll have a talk if you have any ideas, any thoughts, or anything else you want to talk about. Just reach out, and we'll have a talk about it. So, and with that, I think we're just gonna end this stream, and we'll talk soon. Bye.